Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we will be taking a look at a small mind map made on the chapter Muslim League for class 10 history. Now the first subheading are the factors that led to the formation of Muslim League. We have the first point as a loss of sovereignty by Mughal rulers, which made the Mughals feel inferior as compared to the Hindus and the British. The British also implemented their policy of divide and rule so that they can create a communal split between Hindus and Muslims, which would enable British power in India to become stronger. The Muslim community was also slightly backward as compared to the Hindu community and a few other religious communities because the upper class Muslims were conservative and hostile towards modern education. The British government was constantly discriminate towards the Muslims. The Muslim community was not much involved in industrial tasks and they also did not keep up with modern trends. The next point is the role of Syed Ahmad Khan. He was a great educationist and social reformer who had a large influence on majority of the Muslim population. He was convinced by the head principal of the Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College, who managed to change his mind that Anglo-Muslim unity was possible, but Hindu-Muslim unity was impossible. He was the founder of the Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental Association or the MAOA. Even the assertive nationalists played a role in this because some of their nationalist drives had Hindu notions and gave disrespect towards Muslims. They had to take a dip in the Ganga river, which was holy to Hindus only. They considered India as Mother India, and some of the assertive nationalists like Bal Gangadhar Tilak propagated Shiva and Ganpati festivals, which were Hindu festivals. Also, Aurobindo Ghosh's concept of nationalism being the religion of India was not accepted by majority of the Muslims. The Muslims were also educationally backward because they did not support Western education and they saw it as a means to defy the traditional Muslim education, which was of high class. India was also economically backward, and there were few posts available for educated Indians, which led to a fierce competition between young Indians. The Muslims and Hindus got into constant fights for posts in jobs, whereas they failed to realize that the British were the main cause for economical backwardness in India. Some of the main events that led to the formation of Muslim League were the Hindi Urdu controversy, in which Hindi and Urdu were treated as equal, which was greatly considered a disrespect towards the Muslims. There were preferences given to Hindus in most of the job occupations, especially in the government and high paying posts, which enraged the Muslims further. Also, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan had founded the Mohammedan Anglo Oriental Association. The objectives for forming the Muslim League were three: promote political views and leaders of Muslim community and to remove any misconceptions about the objectives of the government. Second, to obtain equal rights for Muslims as well without causing feelings of hostility between various sections in India. And the last was to promote feelings of loyalty of Muslims towards the British because the Muslims were uh, seeing the British as a way of maintaining Muslims in India because without them, Hindus would presumably take dominance over the Muslims. Now we have the Lucknow Pact. The Lucknow Pact was caused due to British opposition to Turks and Muslim tribes in North and Northeast Asia. This was against the support of Muslim people, and Indian Muslims were greatly dejected because of this. Their faith in the British had dwindled. Also, Bengal was reunited, which made the Muslims feel that the British were withdrawing their support for the Muslims. The main reason for the Lucknow Pact was to allow proper representation of religious minorities in provincial legislatures while uniting the Muslims and Hindus, which were part of the Congress and the Muslim League, respectively. The clauses were high representation of Muslims in all spheres, reservation for Muslims in the seats for parliament and government, the formation of Imperial Legislative Council, partition of Bengal again, the autonomic functioning of provinces in their respective spheres, the religious interests of all the sects in India, abolition of the India Council, and last but not the least, minorities should have adequate representation in the government. The significance of the Lucknow Pact in history was that it led to the Hindu Muslim unity in India again. It united the Congress, that is, assertive nationalists and early nationalists, to some extent. There was pressure on the government for good performance, and the government had repressed nationalist movement by using force, but now they had no excuse for delaying political or constitutional reforms. Also, there was the need to pacify Indians, that there would be a gradual development of self-government institutions in India because there was large strain on British during the First World War. I hope this video was useful. If you have any doubts, do let me know in the comment section below and I will be sure to get back to it. Thanks for watching guys and I'll see you in another video.